Hello and welcome to Fast and Factual. My name is Utsav Parekh and here are the top 50 stories of the day. Britain's Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has announced that general elections will be held on July 4th. He also launched his election campaign. Sunak's Conservative Party has been in power for 14 years, but it's expected to lose the upcoming election amid a steady decline in support. Britain's economic slump, multiple ethics scandals, and frequent changes in leadership over the past 2 years have sunk the UK Conservative Party's popularity. French President Emmanuel Macron is in the chaos-hit Pacific Island territory of New Caledonia. Macron says that the return to peace, calm, and safety is his top priority. Macron is meeting local elected officials and business leaders in New Caledonia. The region has witnessed deadly riots over the last few days. They were triggered by the French government's move to change the territory's electoral laws. The European nations of Ireland, Norway and Spain are all set to recognize a Palestinian state on May 28th. The decision is aimed at accelerating efforts to secure a ceasefire in Israel's war with Hamas. The three nations urged other Western countries to follow suit. In recent months, Britain, Australia and the EU members Malta and Slovenia have indicated that they may also recognize Palestine. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has denounced Ireland, Spain and Norway's bid to recognize a Palestinian state. He called the decision a prize for terrorism. Spain and Ireland have said that the decision was not against Israel nor in favor of Hamas, but rather in support of peace. China is holding joint naval, army and air military drills around Taiwan. Beijing has called them a response to separatist acts as it denounced Taiwan's newly inaugurated president, Lai Ching-te. China claims that the drills are being conducted in the Taiwan Strait, the north, south and east of Taiwan, and areas around Taiwan-controlled islands. Now for updates from India's ongoing parliamentary elections. The US ambassador to India, Eric Garcetti, has lauded the ongoing elections. The American envoy said that it is extraordinary to witness the biggest election in the world. He also said that the vibrant campaigning across the nation inspired him. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi is holding campaign rallies in the states of Haryana and Punjab today. There are only a few hours left for campaigning for the sixth phase of the election. Phase 6 is scheduled for May 25th. 58 constituencies, including all 10 parliamentary seats in Haryana, will go to polls on Saturday. Meanwhile, the Indian Prime Minister has once again criticized the opposition Congress and Samajwadi parties. While campaigning in the state of Uttar Pradesh, he again called the opposition sympathizers of Pakistan. The Election Commission of India has pulled up the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party for campaigning along the lines of caste, community, language and religion. The poll panel said that the party in power bears extra responsibilities. The Election Commission asked the BJP to stop campaign speeches that may divide society. The Election Commission has also pulled up India's main opposition party, the Indian National Congress. The poll panel directed the Congress to ensure that its leaders did not indulge in political propaganda involving the activities of the defense forces. The Election Commission also directed the Congress party to not make statements which, and I quote, give the false impression that India's constitution may be abolished or sold. The BJP has suspended the actor and singer Pawan Singh from the party. This is for contesting as an independent against a candidate selected by the BJP-led coalition. Pawan Singh is contesting from the Karakat constituency in the state of Bihar. The actor-turned-politician was denied a BJP ticket from a different constituency. The BJP MP Jayant Sinha has responded to a show cause notice the party issued against him. The notice was for not attending rallies nor casting his vote. Sinha said that he did cast his vote, but through a postal ballot because he was overseas for personal commitments. He added that he was not invited to any party events or organizational meetings. The Congress party leader Rahul Gandhi held his first election rally in the state of Haryana yesterday. Gandhi said that if his party was voted to power, it would waive off farmer debt. He also vowed to scrap the BJP government's Agniveer scheme, which allows for short-term recruitment to India's defense forces. Rahul Gandhi is holding an election rally in Delhi today. His rally comes ahead of voting for Phase 6. All 7 seats from Delhi are scheduled to go to polls on May 25th. The Aam Aadmi Party MP Raghav Chadha held a rally in Delhi today. He lauded the opposition alliance bloc, which includes the Aam Aadmi Party, the Congress and others. Chadha encouraged those who turned up to his rally to go out and vote on Saturday. Moving to climate news, several deaths have been confirmed in the wake of tornadoes that devastated the U.S. state of Iowa. Greenfield, a small town of about 2,000 residents, was the hardest hit. The storm killed at least 5 people there and injured dozens of others. Authorities conducting search operations say that the number of people injured could be much higher. 8 young Alaskans are suing the state government in the U.S. This is over a state-owned gas export project that's worth over $38 billion. The young people claim it would triple Alaska's greenhouse gas emissions for decades. The lawsuit alleges that the project violates their constitutional rights. Mexican weather officials have announced the start of the country's 3rd heat wave of 2024. The heat wave conditions would continue across most of Mexico. Temperatures are expected to reach or cross 45 degrees Celsius in at least 9 states. Mexico is already facing a water crisis due to a drought, and this could worsen the situation. Severe storms have wreaked havoc in the southeast European nation of Serbia. They resulted in flash floods, due to which several neighborhoods in the city of Novi Pazar were inundated. Authorities have declared a state of emergency there. In the city of Tombor, a woman was reported dead after a tree fell on her car. A report said that half of the world's mangrove ecosystems are on the verge of collapse. This is because of rising sea levels and extreme weather conditions. Mangrove forests cover around 15% of the world's coastlines and are important for marine life sustenance. Experts predict that a quarter of the mangrove reserves could submerge within the next 50 years. On to business and tech news. American chip maker Nvidia's profits skyrocketed by over 600% in the first quarter of this year. The firm earned over $12 billion in Q1. The high demand for data center chips helped push Nvidia's income. Recently, the demand for data center chips has surged. Tech firms are building data centers to support their artificial intelligence systems. South Korea has announced a $19 billion package for the chip industry. The South Korean government will provide financial support to chip firms. This is to help them with large-scale investment projects in the country. A part of the package has also been allocated for chip design companies and manufacturing equipment makers. The artificial intelligence startup OpenAI has signed a deal with the media giant News Corp. The deal would give OpenAI access to content produced by News Corp's media outlets. News Corp owns publications like the Wall Street Journal in the US and The Times in the UK. Earlier, OpenAI had signed a similar deal with the Financial Times. E-commerce giant Amazon reportedly has plans to unveil an upgraded version of its voice assistant Alexa later this year. The new Alexa will be powered by artificial intelligence. It's expected to have enhanced conversation capabilities. Reports say that Amazon plans to charge a monthly subscription fee for the new Alexa. Apple is challenging a $2 billion fine imposed by the European Union. Earlier this year, the EU's antitrust regulators accused Apple of abusing its dominant market position. The firm was accused of restricting music streaming apps from offering users a cheaper payment option. Apple has challenged the ruling in Europe's second highest court in Luxembourg. In the US, the House of Representatives has approved a bill that aims to set up a new legal framework for cryptocurrencies. The bill proposes to remove virtual currencies like Bitcoin from the purview of the market regulator, the Securities and Exchange Commission. The SEC has warned that the bill puts investors and the capital market under immense risk. The US Justice Department is reportedly planning to file a lawsuit against the entertainment firm Live Nation and its ticket sales unit, Ticketmaster. The lawsuit will likely seek to break Ticketmaster from its parent firm, Live Nation. Ticketmaster faces allegations of illegally maintaining a monopoly. Last year, the firm faced backlash after its site crashed during Taylor Swift's concert ticket sales. The US drug maker Pfizer has announced a new cost-cutting program. Pfizer wants to save about $1.5 billion in expenses by 2027. Job cuts are part of the firm's plan. However, the number of workers being laid off has not been revealed. The drug maker has been struggling after the COVID-19 pandemic-led sales have slowed down. Russian President Vladimir Putin has allowed American Express to wind up operations in Russia. The US banking giant has been granted the right to file for voluntary liquidation. Foreign banks require presidential approval for any deal in Russia. American Express halted its Russian operations in 2022. This was after the US imposed sanctions on the country following its invasion of Ukraine. The British mining firm Anglo American has rejected another takeover bid from Australia's BHP Group. However, Anglo American has given BHP 1 week to submit another takeover offer. So far, BHP has made 3 unsuccessful offers to buy out Anglo American. In its latest bid, BHP had proposed nearly $50 billion to buy Anglo American. Moving to sports, we start with cricket and the Indian Premier League. Rajasthan Royals eliminated Royal Challengers Bengaluru in the playoffs yesterday. Sent in to bat first, RCB posted 172 for 8 wickets. Rajat Patidar was the top scorer for Bengaluru with 34 of 22 balls. In reply, Rajasthan chased down the target of 173 with 6 balls to spare. The Australian legend Ricky Ponting revealed that he was given an offer to become India's head coach. He said he had to decline because it didn't fit into his lifestyle. India's cricket board is on the lookout for a coach who will mentor the national team. The BCCI has set May 27th as the last date for submitting applications. The first T20 international match between Pakistan and England was abandoned without a single ball bowled. The match at Headingley, Leeds, was called off due to persistent rainfall. It leaves England with just 3 warm-up games in the lead-up to the T20 World Cup. England haven't played a single T20 international series since last December. Nepali spinner Sandeep Limishane has been denied a US visa for the T20 World Cup. He was found guilty of raping an 18-year-old woman last year. Limishane earlier used to captain the Nepalese national side. He was suspended as skipper in September 2022 following the rape accusations. UEFA has chosen Budapest to host the Men's Champions League final in 2026. It will be held at the Puskás Arena. The venue has a capacity of over 67,000 and is home to Hungary's national squad. The 16-team showpiece tournament starts on July 2nd, with the final scheduled for July 27th. Atalanta beat Bayer Leverkusen 3-0 to clinch the Europa League title yesterday. Ademola Lookman struck twice inside the first 26 minutes of kickoff. Later, he added another goal and completed his hat-trick 15 minutes from full-time to seal victory. This is Atalanta's second major trophy in their 117-year history. In tennis, the men's world number one Novak Djokovic celebrated his 37th birthday with a sweet victory yesterday. He knocked out the German Yannick Hanfmann 6-3, 6-3 in the round of 16 at the Geneva Open. Fans at the stadium began singing "Happy Birthday" as Djokovic won. He will next face either Canada's Denis Shapovalov or the Dutch 6th seed Tallon Griekspoor in the quarter-final. Tennis legend Roger Federer picked up his racket and played with children in Paris. He was in the Parisian suburb of La Courneuve yesterday to inaugurate a new stadium. Federer also coached the children and took part in a lively Q&A session. In hockey, the Indian women's team started their FIH Pro League campaign with a loss. They were crushed by Argentina 5-0 yesterday. Second-ranked Argentina scored at least one goal in every quarter of the match. This was India's sixth loss in 9 matches in the ongoing season of the FIH Pro League. In athletics, India's Jyoti Yaraji narrowly missed the qualifying mark for the Paris Olympics. She was competing at the Motornet GP Javaskaila Athletics meet. Even though Yaraji bagged a gold in the women's 100-meter hurdles event, she missed the entry standard for the upcoming Olympics by just 0.01 seconds. In entertainment news, Indian actor Shah Rukh was admitted to a hospital in the city of Ahmedabad. He was suffering from dehydration and heat stroke. He's reportedly in stable condition now. Shah Rukh was in Ahmedabad to attend his cricket team's match in the ongoing Indian Premier League. The first look of Liam Hemsworth as Geralt of Rivia in the Witcher series has been unveiled. The actor is taking over the role after Henry Cavill's exit from the show. The release date for Season 4 of The Witcher is yet to be announced. Actor Hugh Jackman says that when he signed on to a third Deadpool movie as Wolverine, he forgot to tell his agent first. Jackman said that his decision to play Wolverine again, after the character was killed off in 2017's Logan, was more or less a spontaneous one. Daisy Ridley says returning to her Star Wars character Rey felt like stepping forward into something new. Ridley's character is returning to the series for the first time since 2019's The Rise of Skywalker. The new Star Wars movie will be directed by the Canadian-Pakistani filmmaker Sharmeen Obaid Chinoy. Marvel has tapped Terry Matalas, the executive producer of Star Trek Picard, to resurrect the synthezoid Vision. The character was played by the actor Paul Bettany. Vision will be part of a new untitled Disney Plus series set for 2026. Bettany will return to the role and Matalas will serve as showrunner. Actor Chris Pratt said voicing the iconic lazy orange cat in the Garfield movie reminded him of his late 20s and early 30s. The actor said that back then, he ate so much all the time and was very lazy, just like Garfield. Garfield is based on the famous 1976 comic strip by the cartoonist Jim Davis. The preview for what's being called the biggest auction for Princess Diana's collection was held in New York yesterday. More than 150 items that belong to the late princess and other British royals will be up for sale on June 27th. The company that will hold the event has said that it's the largest collection of Princess Diana's belongings to be sold since she herself held an auction back in 1977. Meanwhile, Britain's King Charles hosted the 2024 Prince's Trust Awards winners yesterday at Buckingham Palace. The awards recognized young individuals who have succeeded over adversity, enhanced their life prospects, and positively influenced their communities. The honorees included those who have surmounted obstacles such as mental health struggles, educational challenges, and youth unemployment. David Letterman has interviewed Miley Cyrus for the 5th season of the chat show My Next Guest Needs No Introduction with David Letterman. The season also features an interview with sports analyst and former NBA star Charles Barkley. The episodes are set to release on June 12th. American actor and film producer Drew Barrymore starred in an advertisement with her dog. The new ad for Ring.com promotes the use of technology to help owners track their pets remotely. The 49-year-old actor owns a pup, 4 cats, a bearded dragon, a snake, and a fish. That's all for this episode of Fast and Factual. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned to First Post.